Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TaughtToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about fault finding. But I'm going to take a little different approach to it. I'm not talking about you fault finding others or other people fault finding you, meaning to sneak out and try to find their faults and nitpick them and try to pick them apart. I'm not talking about any of that. What I want to talk to you about today is not that, but it's about you becoming a fault finder of yourself. Many people talk about accountability partners and this and that and mentors and all these things, but when it really comes down to it, because no one can see what's going on in your heart, no one can see what your motives are, and even sometimes people's own motives are clouded and they don't even see it. But if you really want to become better and be the best you could possibly be in this life, you're going to have to be the one to hold yourself accountable. Everybody wants somebody else to hold them accountable, somebody else to rein them in when they're not going down the path they should. But in the end, you are going to have to stand before God. In the end, you're going to have to answer for what you did. And you're not going to be able to pass it off, well, my accountability partner didn't hold me accountable. That's not going to work. You need to be the biggest fault finder in your life. There can be no improvement if you do not notice faults or weaknesses. That's the whole purpose of improving yourself each and every day. You're finding little slight weaknesses or faults and you're perfecting them. You're changing them from a fault or a weakness to a strength. You're getting rid of those things that are flawed. You're moving constantly towards greatness. But this is something you have to do from your heart. People are not going to hold you accountable. They're just not. Some people might, and they might be helpful and beneficial for you. But in the end, at some point, you're going to have to stand up and be the person of character who holds themselves responsible, who is looking and searching and seeking God for wisdom to find their own weaknesses, their own areas they're not excelling in, and improving in those areas. Because that's the only way you'll get improvement. Constantly noticing little things here and there that you can improve and improving them. But you can't do that if you're patting yourself on the back, telling yourself everything's great, you're the greatest that's ever been, and all these things people try to do to build themselves up, which is good to have a good self-image, but that's not going to make you improve. You have to recognize any little weaknesses that might exist. That way you can change them. And pawning it off onto somebody else is not the way to do it. You be the person of character who is accountable. And you're accountable to one person, to God. So I want to leave you today with this. To recognize that improvement and needing improvement is not a bad thing. And that you have to be the person that really digs deep to find those areas where you're not excelling, to find those areas where you're not performing the best you possibly can, to find those areas where you're not doing all things unto the Lord, and getting yourself better and better each and every day in those areas. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.